Am I live now? See a live chat pop up. Great. If you can see this, let me know. Right, I'm seeing good night, Lincoln Rect. Finally, and how long I trying to go online here? How long I trying to go live since last year? But I think I finally set it up. Good night, Karen, Keisha, Rizal, Tyrell, TJ, Anastasia, Talidge, Mendez. Some problems to pronounce that name. Unique, Zachary, JD, Dina Boo. So tonight we're doing some bearings. We're gonna need them some bearings out here. So I'll just wait for a few more people to come on. And seeing wow, 40 people online. What? All you out here doing it, boy. Anybody have mock exams tomorrow? Let me know if you hear the audio alright. Because I'm supposed to set up, I have a nice expensive camera here. I'm supposed to set it up, but I forget the cord to connect to do it live. So right now I'm using my laptop camera. Sammy 6, you wouldn't believe I was longing to ask for some assistance on it. I would like to start some different past papers. Best teacher in TNT, Tyrell, you're gassing me up there, boy. I have mock exams tomorrow. We just doing bearings there, so my mock exams start next week. Everybody have mock exams tomorrow. My mock finished since last year. Lincoln, really going on with our school, boy. Them do mock exams last year. Perhaps that school ahead of time. My mock is Tuesday tomorrow for me. Real people tomorrow, boy, because I did see a lot of people online. Maybe about 5,000 people was online within the last 48 hours. Alright, my teacher doesn't even start this topic yet. Bearings. So on Instagram, everybody vote, and the most common thing I see is bearings, and so we're going to hit them some bearings. Most requested on the Instagram. That is my mug day. It's a long time I haven't been to the barber, so you know it is. So let me just know if the audio is good. Once the audio is good, we're going to start. Need to do more live stream, yeah, no, but to set up this, I needed. I wasn't going to do the live stream unless I could get it good. You know, as a man like my technology and thing. And finally, it come in little good. So I didn't see nobody saying anything bad about the audio, so I guess we could go. This my Instagram name, Rizal. My Instagram name is Cohen Springer. Just search Cohen Springer on Instagram. Alright. So in bearings, we do it from a past paper perspective. I don't have a calculator, so I'll need to take out all the calculators to help me here. Audio is great. Right, nice. So I need to take out all the calculator here to help me. So we're doing 2 past papers, and then I will end the live stream. And I could stay up and study some more. Why are you live streaming at 10:53? This is the time I have to live stream, because I most of my lessons class finish 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. That's why I operate most of the time in the night when I'm doing YouTube. Alright, so the first question is from May 2017. A ship leaves Port A and sails 52 kilometers on a bearing. I hope you all seen that there are 44 degrees to Port B. So the ship leaving Port A and sail there on a bearing. So the first thing you need to know about bearing, it's feeling real weird, but I feel like I'm preaching. The first thing you need to know about bearings is that north, it's taken from the north. So like if they say 44 degrees, the 44 degrees go there. So let me just make that pencil a little smaller. The 44 degrees will go here. Right? Somebody else just doing the question, or you'll see if you get the answer correct, and hopefully you'll stand by to let me know if I'm going the wrong way, or give me some calculators and stuff, some calculator readings. Alright, so the first thing on the diagram below, not drawn to scale, label the known distances traveled and the known angle. Right, so I already start doing that, the known angles and the known distances. So 52 kilometers from A to B. So you want to hit them a little 52 here now. That look good. And you put them kilometers too. Then 44 degrees. So we are going 80 degrees. Let me put the degrees in blue. 44 degrees will go from the north to here. Everybody understand that? Congrats on 11k subs. No Mox had mine in December. Why so late though? It's a Monday. This is the time I operate. Thank you for making me understand much better. You're welcome. I was just doing that question. Please do live on. Alright, so these are the angles here. I try not to get interrupted reading on your comments. The ship then changes course to sail to port C, 72 kilometers away. So we are here and we're going to port C, 72 kilometers away. So this is a kind of map scene here, 72 km. And wait now again, you 2 marks just for writing all these things on a bearing of 105. 105. You getting 2 marks just for drawing these things. 105 degrees. I think that is it there. Collect your marks, move on with your life. Label the known distances and the known angles. So that's the known distances, that's the known angles there. That's the given distances and the given angles. Well, technically we would know some stuff. We know a little more stuff as we start to go into the question. So you get 2 marks there and you're ready for the next part. Any problems? So just checking through some stuff here. So as we go through the question, we'll add in some more stuff, okay? No problems. If you don't put the 44 degrees as 044 degrees, nah, you don't need to do that. You can just write 44 degrees. Nobody can care about no 044. So you're going to do more physics before the exam. Yep. Can you send me 2019 people's January? I'll see if I can find it. I did this today in class. Thanks for the refresher. Right. So let's go on. Next part. Determine the measure of angle ABC. Angle ABC. Angle ABC going like this. So what we want? We want this angle here. How we going to do that, boy? So what kind of ideas you all thinking? What kind of ideas you all thinking to get angle ABC? Let me know in the chat. Anybody? I did this today in class. Lovey Tango, who do this today in class? Pull out some answers. How you're going to get angle ABC? How are we going to get that angle? Lovey. Draw the 180 then by the angles. Draw the 180. Which angle? I've seen Damien saying draw some cosine rule. This message is 105 plus 44 minus. Like when you're playing numbers, Google trying to I've seen some answers here, I've seen some nice answers. Cosine rule, cosine rule. Some people just saying cosine rule. What are we going to do with the cosine rule? How are we going to use the cosine rule? Sine rule, cosine rule. Which, how are you going to use the cosine rule? So is sine or cosine we could use? Yes, is one of them we're going to use. And most likely we're going to use the cosine rule. So how are we going to use the cosine rule? We know that this is 44. We know that this is 105. The cosine rule, you use that when you have this side, and you have an angle in between. So that's how you use the cosine rule, and you'll be able to find that missing side. So how are we going to use the cosine rule to find the angle? You do b squared is equal to, right? Yeah, c squared. Well, that cosine rule state kind of weird, kicks. But draw down the south line from B, then use alternate angles and add to find angle ABC. Damien, you're killing them out here. That is a good answer. So we're drawing down the south here. And we're drawing down this out here, and he's talking about alternate angles. So essentially what he's saying is that this angle here is the same as this angle here via alternate angles. That's how you're going to do it. So alternate angles taking place there, 44, 44. So this is 44, and you might begin to see the answer now. So if this is 44, we can figure out what this little piece is here. Damien, well done, well done, well done, Damien. Crack the code fast there. So we have the 44 degrees. How are we going to get this angle here? How are we going to get this angle there to get that angle in the middle? Remember the first part of the question, 180 minus 145. Damien, better you start alive and teach this class, boy. Alright, yes, so that's correct. This entire thing is 180. So 180 minus 145, 105, sorry, 180 minus 105 is actually 75 degrees. So now we have 75 degrees. So 75 degrees and 44 degrees will add up to give me ABC. So we're coming up to the cosine rule, people. We're coming up to the cosine rule. Everybody understand how we get ABC? So to get angle ABC, is going to be equal to the 44, and we got that 44 via the alternate angle, plus 180 minus 105. How much is that giving me, people? 34 degrees plus 75. These questions always have me. I think I'm a little bit confused with that one. Alright, I'm just going to go it over a little quickly, right? 97119. Sorry. Yeah, 109 degrees. So we put in the known stuff. For those who confuse, excuse me, we put in the known stuff. We get 52, we get 72, and we had some angles, some of the known angles. These were the known angles. What our partner Damien see to do is draw down a little line here and a line here. That's going to do something called alternate angles, and in these questions you'll have to use all your knowledge of alternate angles, corresponding angles, and that means that this angle here is equal to this angle there, alternate angles. Do a tutorial on bearings. Yeah, I already did a tutorial on bearings, so you could just, that's why I'm doing past papers. So 44 degrees, 40, any topic in maths, just search Cohen Springer and then add the topic and you'll see it pop up. Some people say if you search add maths on Google, you will see me pop up. So 44 degrees via alternate angles. So all that's left is for me to find this angle now, because remember the first question is asking me to find this angle here, right? So I just need to get this little piece of angle there. Yeah, versatile, blessings. So 44 degrees plus, and we got this angle here because, you know, angle in a straight line is 180 degrees. So 44 degrees plus 75 degrees. And get a nice little 119 there. How much marks this question is for? 2 marks. What year this question is from? It's from 2017, May 2017. So I'm about to move on because I don't want to stay too long just going on with it. calculate to the nearest centimeters the distance of AC. So how are we going to find that one? How are we going to find the distance of AC? Let's go back to the triangle. That's this distance here we need to find now. This distance. How are we going to find AC? Yeah, we're coming up to the cosine rule, Selena. We're coming up to the cosine rule. So, which rule we're going to use here? So people have confusion figuring out which rule to activate when you reach your way into these questions, whether you're going to pull out your sine rule or you're going to, cosine rule now. Well done, Damien. Well done, Lovey. You have classes at your Canatan. I have classes in Carpi, Chima, Trinidad. And by the way, for those of you all who want the full maths theory, there's a link in the description of this video. You can download. For those of you all who learn via videos, and I guess there'll be a lot of people if you learn via videos, you can download all the videos. But this course costs $1,200, but it has every single thing in mathematics, construction, every single thing. It's by one of my good friends, owner of a top school, Downers Educational Institute in Port of Spain, and he did that. So if you want the entire math syllabus and you don't really like the textbook thing but you want a video, use that. So I've seen real people hitting me the answer to this cosine rule. So yeah, the link is in the description. You just follow that link. The course is really $1,200, but what he did was he allowed me, for promoting it, to give you all a discount, and he will just kick back something for me now. So those of you all who want the maths to study, $1,000 to pass maths, get every single thing in construction, every single thing in the whole maths syllabus, all the theory, link with that. Alright, so the link is in the description. Are you healing out each other and thing in this? Pay attention, don't be talking to your classmates. Alright, so we had to get AC. AC, yes, AC is the cosine rule. So I was saying how we pick out which one to use, whether we're using the cosine rule or sine rule. You use the cosine rule when you have a triangle and you know this side, and you're trying to find that angle. And you know this side maybe. You're always trying to look out for where you see an angle sandwich between two things, two known things. That's when you pull in out the two known lengths. That's when you pull in out the cosine rule. Trying to kill mosquito here all kind of way. The sine rule, we pull in out the sine rule when you see an angle and a length and another angle and another length, and maybe one of these quantities missing. Yeah, it's not a right angle triangle. You need to remember that. Damien, boy, I come and teach this class, boy. So it's not a right angle triangle. So you can't use no Pythagoras theorem and thing to pull out stuff. So let's start to calculate the length of AC. Somebody write it out. What's the formula for calculating the length of AC? Let me get this done quick. We have the next past paper to do. My next past paper question, I'm doing 2. This is 27 May right now. So we already solved the first part where we had to draw in the known quantities. We already solved the second part where we had to do the angle of ABC. Now we're trying to figure out how to get the distance AC, which is this distance I highlighted in orange here. So how are we going to get the distance AC? I'm waiting on somebody to write that out there quickly so we can move on. Yeah, this is 2017 May. AC equals small b. Yes, AC is equal to small b. Keep up the live after, please. Keep up lives. Yeah, we could roll with lives. I could do lives. B is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos. Well done, Damien again. Damien again to the rescue. Damien, you're studying, bro. Alright, so let me just see how the sine rule is given in your past paper. So I'll use that same one. I don't want to use the I don't want to put the wrong thing. Can I find a past paper that the thing now? If I don't find a past paper, I'll just use the side rule. Past paper CSEC mathematics. Where them past papers by let's see, January 19, if they give us it. Maths is my thing, G. Well done, Damien, well done. So yeah, we're trying to work out AC right now, for those of you all who just joined. Right, people get, everybody basically stating it. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. Mine. There's a little problem there, Lovey. You need to fix the equation. Damien, and B squared is B is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. Well done, Damien, that's it. So the formula, I found it. The formula, straight from your syllabus. Let me see if I could bring this picture onto there. Building up a heat here, boy. For those of you who are wondering, I'm nearly finished with the AdMaths video on trigonometry. Please link up with the 2019 Jan paper. Save the photo. Yeah. We're coming out with that. So this is the formula straight out of the formula sheet. Seeing if I can put that there. That's the formula. That's the cosine rule straight out of the formula sheet, what they'll give you for CXC. Now some people may be accustomed with this as C, this as A, and this as B. C squared is equal to B squared plus C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. And this would be AB, and this would be cos capital C. So before we cannot solve it using Pythagoras theorem now. So before I go and solve it, I just want to state some things. If you have a side of a triangle A, B, C, and you need to know this, the side opposite here we call that common B, the side opposite here we call that common A, and the side opposite there we call that common C. That is important to understand how to use the formula now. So let me see what we're going to substitute. Remember what we have? Hey. Alright. So we could start to label some sides here. I'm going to label it in green. This side is B. This side is A. I hope everybody understanding. You barely notice the blue water lake in your profile page. The B, the C, it will be here. So this is B because it's opposite capital B, and this is A because it's opposite capital A. This is C there, same reason. So now we could start solve some stuff here, man. Now it may have something important to notice here. This is if the angle is A. So in this case, our angle is not A. Our angle is B. So you can't let that confuse you. If that's going to confuse you, the best thing to do might be to just draw another diagram and relabel your stuff. Like you could draw another diagram and say this is C for you, and then you call this A and B. So this is your common C, this is your common A, this is your common B, and then you solve it using that substitution there. Or you could just swap the A with the B, and this would have been B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos capital B. So you need to know how to manipulate it, because that angle here stands for the angle that's being sandwiched in between, and that angle is at B. So if you get tied up, you're going to get mashed up. Selena, you're done blazing through the question already. I will need some people to solve it from with the calculator, right? So let's go forward. We're using this formula. So B, oh, that's who we're trying to find. B squared is AC. So I might as well write AC. I hope you all seeing this. AC squared is equal to, let me see if you all seeing this. Yeah, you all seeing this. AC squared is equal to A squared. What is A? A is 72, and let me take down C one time. C is 52. So 72 and 52. 72 squared plus 52 squared minus, and the next common mistake that I see students make in this is that in this part here, 2 by 72 by 52, when they type in this, they type it in all together in the calculator, and it sometimes messes them up. They don't separate this stuff properly. And cos of B, what is B? B is the angle in between. We just found that angle, right? 119. Cos of 119. Alright, so the best way to work out this, is to do this separately and do this separately. Try not to round this off. Use in memory on your calculator, or use all the significant figures, and then you want to take away. Putting it in all together in your calculator, you could do that as well, but it could be a little troublesome. So I'll give me some answers there. What is turned out to be? 72 squared plus 52 squared. Tell me. Calculator people, don't make me use my phone to solve this thing. Help me break this down. 72 squared plus 52 squared is what? Take away 2. 119. People keep saying 119. That's 7888. I hope that's correct. Thank you, Selena. Thank you, Michelle. Take away 2, and you're putting in this whole thing in your calculator. Ignore the negative sign for now. Just put in 2, open bracket 72. And multiply by the cos of 119. Is it? What is that going to be? There's a little delay, so I'll have to wait until I catch up to the live. There's about a 5-10 second delay. So 2 by 72 by 52 cos of 119. I'm seeing lots of people already correct answer for the first part. 7888. The next part, what am I going to get? 2 by 72 by 52 cos of 119. Thanks Zachary, Lovey, Dylan, Katina, Richie. I've seen people say 2704. Is that an exact answer, or is that rounded off? I need as many decimal points as possible. Some people say negative 3630.25. I don't have the answer in front of me, so I'm relying on you all to hit me the correct thing. Oh my god, I only get anyone to different answers. This person saying 115182544. Alright, I need to use this on my calculator. On my phone. Let me see what they're doing. What they're doing me out here, boy. Michelle saying 7957.8. Doing this thing sideways to get it. And I'm seeing people saying the same answer. Why everybody have a different answer? What's going on with you? Alright, finally I see one answer repeat. Lovey and Starboy answer repeat. Right, so that looking like that is it. Cos of 119 multiply by 2 multiply by 72 multiply by 52. Nope. Yeah, everybody was okay. Zachary was correct. Keisha was correct. The correct thing was negative, and I'm putting it in brackets, negative 3 630.2544. That's enough points there. That was the correct thing. So how will you just gain 115? That's when you add up everything. I guess maybe that's when you add up everything. Let me see. So because there's a negative and a negative here, this is going to change to a positive. So you could just add these two numbers together. Oh yes, the 11518 was when you add everything together. You could just see that, man. So plus 7 plus 788. So yes. Everybody was okay. I was starting to worry about my subscribers there, but what's going on with everybody? Alright, so that's gonna give me 115. So you all put the whole thing in your calculator. 58. So that's what AC squared is. And now we just need to get the square root of that. Don't forget this to get the square root. Hey, we're taking real long on this, but how long we live now? Let's run some kind of timer or something here, right? We live half an hour already. So let me just 115. So why go to a new page and we can just squeeze it up in the corner here. Your work should look neat, nothing like this. Alright, so AC is equal to the square root of 11518.25. Calculator people, and they can just tell me what that is going to be. 107.32 kilometers. People speeding like the vex are taking so long. Where you square it, so the answer is 10. Yes, brilliant people out here. Don't forget to put kilometers, don't forget your units. So that's how you do that. It's not that bad. The tricks, the hurdles, you need to know where your angle is. You need to know what you're setting up. This equation is based on if we have A here, B here, C here, and capital C here. Capital C meaning the angle. So that's how we use that equation. So in this case it was a little different, so you need to know what represents what. So that was a little trick there. We could go on to the next one. You could count on your subscribers to speed through this exam. Sure, right, bro. Yeah, let's go on to the next part. Show, hey, it had more parts. Show that the bearing of A from C to the nearest degree is 260 degrees. Anytime you see a show that question, it means they give you the answer, and you just need to show it. So you're supposed to be happy about that. Show that the bearing of A from C to the nearest degree is 260. So let's see what they're talking about. I hope I don't go back all the way. The sun making some noise across there, boy. You not forget what they say to show that. 260, the bearing of A from C. Bearing of A from C. A from C. Whew. That's pretty interesting. So what they really want, boy, all of this. How in the world are we going to find that angle? Damien, whoever, or they come up with something me. How are we going to find that angle, people? So we are the bearing of A from C. What are we going to do there? Give me a little thought process, a little logic. It's a fairly interactive class. Sine rule. We're going to hit them a sine rule. How are we going to use the sine rule if we're hitting them a sine rule? How are we going to use the sine rule there? Use sine rule. Yeah, how are we going to use the sine rule? Why we need to use the sine rule? Then add it to. I feel Antonio Paul saying something important there. Oh gosh, I'm trying to touch screen my laptop and it's not touch screen. Let me see if I can see some of these comments a little better. Back to the YouTube. Sine rule 180 plus 75, so 180 plus 75. Yeah, we finding the angle. We finding the angle here. This angle. We're trying to find this angle. How are we going to find that angle? How are we going to find that angle? Let's have a few ways you could use to find the angle. Draw a line down like you did at A. So when we add up all of them things at B, it have to equal 360 because our circle is equal to 360. Nobody ain't giving me a clear answer right now. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. Or probably I just don't know what I'm looking for. By supplementary angles, the angle at Damien, let me see what Damien had to say, right? The angle at the something of C is 75 degrees. Right? And now find the angle ACV by sine rule, then brilliant, Damien for the people them again. Find let me see what Nathan's saying. Find a angle by minusing 44 from 90. Find angle A 44 from 90. Big man. Who tell you that is 90 degrees? Nathan, so I think he means minus this here. Nobody said that is 90 degrees, you know. So if it's this you're thinking, nah. I know it's the sine rule, I don't know how to apply it. Everybody ball out sine rule, but some people don't really know how to hit them the sine rule. So this is how you're doing it. So let me don't waste too much time. See maybe 2 or 3 people basically see what the answer is. Starboy Ryan, people going on with the answer and stuff. Let's do it. So I'll do it right here for time's sake and for clarity's sake. So what we really want is this angle here, but we could work out this angle. We could work out this angle because this angle and this angle is the same. Let me use the next thing here. These two angles are the same, and they're supplementary angles. If you watch, angle are the same. Or another way you could have worked it out is that these two angles here have to add up to 180 degrees, right? When the angles like this, these two angles add up to 180. So whatever float your boat, you know, at the end of the day, this angle here going to be 75. This angle here is 75. So all it leaves is for us to find this angle, which you could easily pull out on them with the sine rule. Because the sine rule is, I hope this diagram not too messy for anybody and that you could follow me. The sine rule is useful if we have like an angle and a side and an angle and the next side. If one of these quantities is missing, we can find it. So let's go back to the question part here and find the sine rule. And you can write the sine rule not anyway, but you can write it sine A over A is equal to sine B over B. Sorry, that should be common A because we're dealing with a side equal to sine B over common B. Now the thing with sine rule in the formula sheet, you'll see another one. You'll see sine C over C, but the sine rule always uses just two parts of the equation, and you fill out that unknown, and then you go ahead with your life. So let me see if I choose the right thing. Let's see what we have. We're dealing with C's and B's. We're dealing with C, capital C, common C, capital B, common B. C's and B. So when you're writing your sine rule, you write your sine rule. Didn't I write something about sine rule? You write your sine rule like this. C's and B's. Sine C over common C is equal to sine B over common B. Or You could have written it the other way, like C over sine C is equal to B over sine B. But I think it's more useful this way when we're trying to find the degrees, because it's on top already. So very quickly, sine C, sine 119 over C. What was C? AC. C was 52. B is 1. B is. Did I write down what B is? 107. C is 52 equals the sine of B, which we are trying to find, over, I'm seeing lots of nice stuff in the comments there, over B, and B is the guy we just found out. B was this guy that we just found out there. This turns out to be 107.32. 107.32. 107.32. Then you cross multiply, yes? Then you cross multiply. So you got sine B. Sorry, my handwriting is like this, by writing with my finger, and when I'm making my video, I get time to focus on my handwriting, but it's live now and I just speed in. 119 over 52. Alright, tell me what this is. You put this in your calculator straight up. You put this in your calculator straight up and you get your answer. What answer do you get? Let's see what these comments saying. What answer are we getting, people? Can you do vectors in math and add maths another time? Hopefully. The live going pretty interesting, man. A full class. 60. 53. What answer? 107.32. Sine of 119 over 52. Waiting on some answers here. Calculator, people. Link up. So you understand what happened here, right? This 107, this came across there. So now I could just work out sine B. And then find the sine inverse of the answer. Look like I had to work this out by myself, boy. 1.8? That's a little suspicious. That's a little suspicious. Everybody getting 1.805085? Sine 119 divided by 52. But if it's 1.8, I may have made a mistake. Sine C. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Can you tell me what's the mistake that I made? Anybody can tell me the mistake that I made. And the reason I know I realize I made a mistake is because you can't find the sine inverse of a number that's bigger than 1. So all of those who say 1.805, their working is correct, but I made a mistake. Can you tell me the mistake that I made? The mistake is here. This is the mistake. The angle that we are trying to find is actually C. And this is the 119. So it's actually if I erase off this, so you can check it back if you have the question in front of you. It's actually sine 119,107.32 multiplied by 52. Yeah, sorry about that. Going between these slides, I made a mistake. Alright, so work out this and tell me what you get. Yeah, I picked the wrong angle. Going between these slides, when I said the angles, we want this angle at C. That's the angle we're trying to find. We already know angle B. So, but when I came across here, I placed it in the wrong spot. We're trying to find C, and we already know angle B. So, the answer for this is 0.423. Yeah, don't round it off because you need to do an inverse. So, try to give me the answer to quite a few decimal places. Yeah, so when you in your exam, you don't want to round off these things. Even if you write 0.4378 or whatever here, when you come, use back the more accurate answer from your calculator. This is sine B, and we need to find B now. B is going to be equal to the sine inverse of 0.42, 0.42, and all that other stuff there. I just enough space to put it in. So find the sine inverse of that and tell me what angle you're going to get. Calculator people. 26 to the nearest whole number. Did the question ask for the nearest whole number? Yes. Um, 26. I'm going with this 26. 25 point. Well, you wouldn't go for the nearest whole number yet, because this is not the angle we really want. We want the bearing. So you could give the accurate answer. You all tell me what the accurate answer is. Tell me what the accurate answer is. Sine inverse of 0.423781. Let's see if this calculator could do that. Sine inverse. Oh boy. This phone calculator is real piece, boy. So the accurate answer here would be 25, a more accurate answer, 25.07. Yeah, 25.0735 or so. Yeah, so once you have this answer, you're ready to do the final killer. All of that just now was just to find him. 25.0735. I'm going to speed up a little bit, right? I'm going to speed up a little bit. And you add these two. You add these two together. The 75 and the 25.0735. Once you add these two together, you'll get 100.0735. You take that away, and you're going to get, you take that away from 360, and guess what you're going to get? Him. This is equal to 360. Take away the sum of those two angles there. So you need to show proper working and thing. And I really make a mess of the working here, just going through everything bit by bit. But you all will catch the idea. I need to go down in a structured setting. Maybe I can do over this video as a static video, not a live video, so that you'll see everything neatly. So 360, and you're taking out, basically you're taking out 100, so you'll get 260 degrees, which is the same as we have there. Alright, so everybody understand that? Welcome back, Damien. Let me see if there's any people having any problems. Right now my energy on like negative a million, but still out here trying a thing for the people. Anybody had any problems? Everybody understand that? Big man, not 259, 260. They say prove that it's 260 to the nearest degree, to the nearest whole, the nearest degree. So therefore it's 260. You probably get 259 point something something. So do paper 2 January question 10. But we're doing bearings. Paper 2 January question 10, that you say? Paper 2 January question 10. That must be this year, 2019. Please work paper 2 question 6 on 2019. Hey, all you hear right now, Natasha Poussin for the people. Yes, Natasha for the people. All you make up all your mind on a question. Are doing any question? I'll be doing it a little faster because I'm trying to finish by about 12, you know. I work in the morning. And I have to finish some maths videos too. Yeah, 259 point something was the answer. That's the end of the question. I have a next bearings question here prepared, but I feel like I went through that question so slow that everybody should be able to figure it out. Figure out the way in bearings now. You could always search Cohen Springer bearings for a nice full video explaining everything in detail, how bearings work, what you need to look out for, tips in bearings. I actually did maybe 3 or 4 videos on bearings. People keep asking me for stuff that I do already. Search it up in the comments, man. I'm going to tell you. So you have it hard, boy. No, I love this. Do the 2003 3D bearings question. A 3D bearings question? That's interesting. And one of the hardest things in math is something called 3-dimensional trigonometry. That's the most challenging thing for students to help see it spatially. But because the maths exam gets squeezed down on the new syllabus, it's kind of hard to bring a 3D shape question to develop the question good. So they get kind of spare with that, but they could still squeeze it in a way. So what's the consensus? What are we doing? We doing a 2019 question, or we doing our next bearings question? Okay, when you all have a few minutes to decide, let's say it in the comments. Now a few minutes, less than a minute. Do a 2019 question, bearing 2019. Okay, what question in 2019 to do? I'm not too sure if you want me to do like the first section 1 questions or the section 2 questions. By the way, I already have a video with the entire people want more bearings. A few people want more bearings, but I feel the 2019 people went out. 2019 bearing. 2019 had a bearings question. 2019 had a question with the ships and angle of elevation. That's kind of messed up. I'm doing that question because there's a little error in the question, and I think I explained that question a little bit in the solutions video that I do. 2019 doesn't have a bearings question, so I guess I'll pick one of the harder questions I find from 2019. Let me see if I can find 2019 people. 2019 January CSEC maths. I'll go in lucky and see if I can find it in Google. So you get any recent paper one for maths? I don't deal in the paper ones, bro. There were some sites with all the paper ones, but right now, so do 2008 number 11B, please. That's a bearings question. That's probably a 3-dimensional bearings question. I wonder if I'm doing that right. But the people saying 2019, you see all the exam between, you have the S1 and S2 error. Yeah, it's an S1 and a ship 1 and ship 2 error that kind of throw off people. I don't want to say exaggerated, but it seems like they mark to suit now. Everybody say their marks come out pretty decent. Nobody really had problems. Only one person say they correct their mark in my entire channel. 2019 January. What is the hardest question from 2019 January, boy? Why am I not seeing it in my inbox? So do you think June exam gonna be hard or easy? I think the June exam is gonna be I feel it will be a little easier than 2018. To be honest, I feel it will be easier. Every time CSEC introduce a new thing, they introduce it hard, and then they kind of boil down like battery. So, explain standard deviation. I will. This is not the only live video I'm going to do, people. I'm going to do quite a few live videos coming up now as I get in the as I get to math tutor has all the past papers. I saw it. As I'm figuring out how to do this live thing, we'll get better with it, and I'll do some more coming down. Maybe I can start to begin every 2-3 nights. I'll do one. So I will do standard deviation coming down, but there's a whole thing I just want to dedicate some time to that. So in the 2019 paper here, and how much people we still have online? 40 something. If that number drop below 20, while you're going to sleep, I go on to sleep too, partner. So 3 matrices are given. What do you say? Matrices question. Yeah, there's the ship question, there's the matrices question. 2019 paper wasn't that bad, I don't know. All the people say it was crazy. What in 2019 we doing? We should look out for bearings as they didn't bring one in January. Not necessarily so. I find like they kind of complement the January papers in the last few years, so they may fix back they could just as well bring back an angle of elevation or just a trigonometry question for you. Vectors and matrices. Alright, everybody say yes. We're going to the vectors and matrices question very quickly. Let me see if I can just pull this up so you all could see it. Oh, come here now, man. That's one part. That's 2 parts. So after this vectors and matrices question, we done for the hour there earlier. So I could find a little clean slide to put on this thing by. Vectors and matrices question. Didn't get time to crop this photo or anything else, so it's coming out with. I don't want all my laptop business, all my iPad business out in the open here, boy. Like I don't know how to use this thing or where this question. 3 matrices. You all seen the question? 3 matrices are given as follows. Okay. Great. There you go. Do the question you have there. Vectors and matrices. Alright, so you're speeding through the vectors and matrices. Using a calculation to support your answer, explain whether matrix P is singular or non-singular. This is something you need to know for determinants. Determinants. So if a matrix is singular, it means it has no inverse. Singular, no inverse, non-singular. Sorry, yeah, non-singular means it has an inverse. Singular, no inverse, non-singular, it has an inverse. So if the matrix is singular, the determinant is equal to 0. So where can I find the past papers? Just search it online in Google now. I have it on real websites. There's a website called CSEC Maths Tutor. There's some homeschool something. There's lots of websites. Everybody just had the past papers in digital format. Yep. No, somebody say A, C, B, D is the formula for determinant. No, partner. The formula for determinant is not that. Anybody can tell me the formula for determinant? Tell me it in the comments there before I say it. There's a little trick I use to help remember the formula for the determinant, and I'm going to tell you it now. So for those of you who stay on for this, you're going to get some extra tips in here. What's the formula for the determinant? And the matrix is non-singular, the determinant is not 0. But we need to see if the determinant is 0. We need to show how the determinant is 0. A, B minus B, C? Not really, no. No, well again, these formulas from boy. Somebody saying half AD minus BC. Half? Where the half come out from? Nathan. Nathan, you need to do some revision, big man. Go and revise your formulas. Alright, I'm starting to see correct answers here. Well done, Vidal. Well done, Keisha. I've seen some comments being held for review. All your cousin or something in the comment or show. Yeah, look at our website there. Shanley, just send the website you can get the past papers on. Right diagonal minus the left one. But you need to know what you mean by right diagonal though, and what you mean by left diagonal. But if whatever float your boat in, the way I used to remember it, AD minus BC is the correct thing. Those who said that were correct. You see these two things, it's kind of stupid why I used to remember. These two things must face each other. You see like that? It's facing each other. It's symmetrical. It has a nice symmetrical look about it. So that's how you know that. And the determinant is not 1 on AD minus BC. The determinant is actually just AD minus BC. The 1 on AD minus BC comes from if you're finding the inverse. So your determinant is just this formula. Everybody here hitting me all the mistakes that we see when you're correcting papers. So this is not the determinant. That's not the determinant. The determinant is AD minus BC. So AD minus BC, what people still online here by 50 something? Are they doing it? AD minus BC. So you just substitute who we're trying to prove. P. We get 5. You know, let me just write in where the A, the B, and the C is. A, B, C, D, right? So I'm seeing Richie posting the correct work in there. Well done, Rich. Let me just copy Richie thing there. Negative 1 times 5. Take away 2 times 0. Yep. And that's going to give me answer of negative 5. Well, take away 0, so I could just leave that. So since the determinant is not that, yes, kicks. If you put that there, you're finding out for the adjoint and the inverse. So don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake, my brother. Don't make that mistake. Pull this across so I can see some more things. You get negative 7 though. Oh, somehow you still include this negative 2. Keisha is not negative 7. Yeah, negative 5. Right, so determinant is negative 5. And then you write a nice little statement here. A little love letter to the examiner. Why? Since the determinant is non-zero, the matrix is non-singular, which means it has an inverse. Right, next part of the question. Watch me clicking. I still need to download the image for this next part of the question. Given that PQ is equal to R, determine the values of A and B. PQ is equal to R. So there's a little multiplication vibes taking place here. PQ is equal to R. Now don't forget, if you want the entire of all the AdMaths syllabus, there's a link in my description you can click on, and that will send you to a private that's a private school that did the entire of the math syllabus. And the course for it is normally $1,200, and somebody's going to teach you hours and hours and hours, about 50 hours of all the contents in maths, properly explained. I went through it and looked through it, and the person did a lot of work. It's $1,200, but because you're coming through me, you're going to get a little discount. You're going to get a 200 discount. So be sure to check out that. I find the screen kind of sliding sideways. Whatever, yes, we can make do. Alright, so negative 5. So how are we going to find the next thing? PQ is equal to R. PQ is equal to R. We're multiplying, and then we need to find A and B. Alright, so I hope when I switching between slides I don't mess it up here. Right now I'm working on 0 battery. Negative 1, 2, 0, 5. negative 1205 by AB. AB is equal to 1115. 1115. Where my class is located in central Trinidad. You could always everybody interested in classes can message me on Gmail. My private classes time are kind of full, but I still have space in the group class. Always 8 more weeks till exams, so that kind of fishy. Alright, so you just work out this, multiply out this, and get your stuff to work, man. A plus 2b. I've seen people hitting me some stuff here. That yeah. Kicks are coming through for the people. Them kicks mean business. Except that I've seen a negative here though. Kicks. Negative 1a plus 2b is equal to 11. For those of you who don't know what happened there, you multiply row by column. So it'll be this first term in the row by this first term in the column plus the second term in the row by the second term in the column to give me this. So negative 1a by 2b, and the videos that I have on matrices, real people watch them and real people get help with them last year and mash up the matrices part. I mean real people. So make sure and link that. 0a, the next part will be 0a, which is 0, by 5b is equal to 15. What happened there? This way by that way. So I know some people killing it off. People saying simultaneous equations. Not really, you know. Well, yeah, you could do a little simultaneous here in truth. But the reason I say not really is because of this 0 here. So it is two equations solving simultaneously, but you're figuring out what b is very quickly. You understand? You don't need to do no takeaway or anything. Because this means, so if I label these equations, if I call this equation 1 and equation 2, I'll have equation 2. 5b is equal to 15. Francis, congratulations on the subscription there, bro. B is equal to 15 over 5 equal to 3. Y'all understand what happened there? So from equation 2 I got this, and I just went through the algebra, kinda zoning out. Find the equation 2 first, where 5b has kicks. Kicks in come out to play, boy. You come out to do some work here. 47 viewers. Wow, I still have people here kicking in this, boy. Congratulations for the effort, fellas and ladies. Alright, and then what we're gonna do, we could substitute this b into equation 1. So you'll have negative 1a plus 2 by 3, because that's b, equal 11. Now you're supposed to write what you're doing here, so you'll say substitute for b in equation 1, and you'll end up with negative a plus 6 is equal to 11. Negative a is equal to 11 minus 6 is equal to 5. Negative a is equal to 5, so a is equal to negative 5. Alright, so that algebra part there should be able to work on that. You get 3 marks for this. Poetics, thanks for the subscription there. We eating all them subscriptions one by one. Don't work it out. I have mock exams tomorrow, so it's a pump. Who will not? Yeah, don't frighten to pull out the all-nighters now, and it's now or never, you know. Start to pull them all-nighters now. You see, once you see them poetry start to show flowers and you ain't know nothing, and examine me and poetry flowers in and you know nothing, in a monkey pants. Start to organize yourself. B is equal to 3, negative a is equal to negative 5. Ready for the next part of the question? Ready for the next part of the question there. But I need to go and find that next part of the question. State the reason why the matrix product QP is not possible. That's the last part. Well, that's the last part of the question there, you know? Right on the underneath here. No need for me to go and pull out no picture out or anything. So, yeah, I can pull out the picture. It's kind of small. If you're using your phone, you must be squinting to try and see what's going on there. Alright. State the reason. So you see now, state the reason why the matrix QP is not possible. QP, by the way, when you see the letters next to each other like this, QP, it means Q times P, matrix Q times matrix P, right? So why you can't multiply Q by P? State the reason why. Why you can't multiply Q by P? Let's tell me why. Number of columns is not equal to number of rows. Kicks, your name Kicks, boy. You come out on Kicks, boy. You let them get a breed out here, boy. Alright, yes, he's correct. Q, P. Q, what was Q? Q was AB. Q was AB. And what was P? Negative 1205. Negative 1205. Why we can't multiply them? Well, if you write the order or the size of this, the order of this is that this has 2 rows and 1 column. So you call that a 2 by 1 matrix. This have you're pinching that. This has 2 rows and 2 columns. So that's a 2 by 2 matrix. Now for matrix to be able to multiply, you see these numbers on the inside here must be the same. If they're not the same, can't multiply. So just so you can see it good, let me just make that marker a little bigger. This here is 1, this here is 2. So because those two numbers different, you can't multiply. But you can't really write that in the exam. You can say them two numbers different, so it can't multiply. So the exact wording is exactly like how Kicks have it there. You need to say this stands for row by column, and this stands for row by column. So you need to say the number of columns in Q die mosquito die is not equal to the number of rows in P. So for matrix multiplication to occur, the number of columns in the first matrix must be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. Because it doesn't occur, that is it. Alright, so all here, make sure and revise. I don't go through. I have the solutions for the 2018 January papers, the entire thing. Go through that. I followed in mocks. They either going to bring something from from May 2018 or from January 2019. Most likely school's going to be lazy and bring something out of them two papers, and I have all the solutions there. But you don't want to just memorize the solutions to it. That's just to help you revise and get an idea of the exam. Memorizing solutions can make you get false confidence and make you feel you do good in mock exams and you ain't really performing the real thing, the May exams, because the May exams is a brand new exam. Alright, closer down to the exams, I will give some full predictions. I don't want to give no predictions now. I will give some full predictions maybe with 3-4 weeks to spare of what kind of questioning I think will come. Maybe I will do 1 day crash course something in a nice public region in Trinidad, so that anybody who want to come could come. I won't make it very expensive or anything, and you all could come and I will actually give you all what I think is coming for the paper in that crash course. But that's a maybe. I don't know whether I'm doing that because I'm pretty busy out here. So keep revising. The AdMath students, I don't know if there are any AdMath students here. Are there any AdMath students here? I am going to do a live video. Pull that back. I am going to do the trigonometry video, which is not live. I've already edited close to an hour of footage, and I have a lot more to edit. And I'm doing all the past papers on trigs. So any AdMath students here, you're getting through. Are you liking the live video? Let me know if you're liking the live video. I may make this live video stay online so that you could view it again afterwards. I'll see how YouTube algorithm taking it. Otherwise I might just have to delete it and just, but I will keep up the live stuff, and it will be I'm learning, I'm getting better at it as well, so we'll be getting it throughout there. So I think that class dismissed there now. We could press that bell on the class. Congratulations if you stay right through. Vincy and Guyanese people, I am supposed to come there in the holidays, most likely St. Vincent, so maybe I could have a crash course there as well. It depends on who I know. Alright, how do you come out of this stream now?